Alright, so in this video I have a pair of sneakers that I really honestly am just interested in seeing the technology on and just trying it out. Now I know it's not going to be a match made for myself personally just because I'm not race day ready, as you could tell from my physique. But these are for race day sneakers, and these are the Brooks Hyperion Elite 2s, and they have DNA flash on the midsole, and I wanted to just give it a try, let you guys know my thoughts on the sneaker technology in general, and appreciate you all for stopping by and watching. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. What is going on, guys? Hess here. Hopefully having a good day out there. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. And if you guys are new to my channel and you guys enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. Big shout out to Hyperion Sports for sending this pair over. This is one of those shoes that I was very interested in, and they were gracious enough to send it over. And if you don't know who Hyperion Sports is, it's an online retailer as well as a brick and mortar. They have over 1,000 stores across the US. They have a really nice online release calendar as well as an app that you guys should check out. I will link it in the description over there. But this pair is actually $250 at retail, which is pretty expensive, obviously, and it is really just made for race days. We've seen a bunch of different sneaker companies create just race day exclusive type sneakers, which I find interesting because obviously, and this is me speaking from a non-runner's perspective about runners, so take it what you will with that. But basically, like, I would think that if you were running a marathon, you would want to wear a pair of sneakers that you knew would be working, that you knew would be comfortable, instead of risking it in a different pair for that extra long endurance runs that you guys might be doing out there. So I find that always interesting, and how people can flip-flop like that. I would think that if you're doing a race day, you're gonna have to prep as well and really try to get some miles in the product. The main reason why I was interested in this one, though, is because of the midsole technology. It says it has DNA flash in the midsole, and I wanted to see in hand how squishy it was and like how responsive and nice it is. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty nice in hand. I could see why people would want to go in these things because the cushioning is there. There's also a really weird balance with sneaker cushioning technologies where it's like soft and squishy in hand, on feet, and then also hyper responsive, so you're getting that kickback every single step. There's some foams that actually just absorb impact. There's other foams that return energy, and I know Adidas Boost is kind of the one that started it all with the energy return sensation, but there's a ton of different products out there that do the same thing. So after trying this one on feet and just stepping around in them, I really feel like it's kind of in the same vein as like Nike Zoom X and New Balance Fuel Cell, which I think both of those products are really good. So Brooks is in pretty good company if it's in that same sort of vein. You do see that you can't bend it backwards because they do have a carbon fiber plate in the middle of the foot. Definitely something that helps you be race day ready, as you have a soft responsive foam, and then you have a carbon fiber plate that's sandwiched in between. It definitely gives you kind of a spring forward motion in your steps. Now, not to the exaggerating step of like the Alpha Flies from Nike, because those ones like are crazy rockerish. These ones do have a nice rocker sensation in it though. So from a casual perspective, it's not something that you should probably be buying for the casual just walk around. There's other shoes out there that I think that Brooks does a great job on that would be really more for the casual wear. But from somebody that wants to run on the road, this is one of those shoes that I think a lot of people will enjoy. And just so you guys know, they actually have a third version of these already that just released, and it looks like it has primarily a knit upper, but the midsole and outsole looks somewhat similar, so maybe they didn't change that formula too much. Anyway, let's get into some words of what Brooks says about the product. Hyperion Elite 2 got 130 reviews and 4.5 stars, $250 on the price tag. Sizing for me is a little bit snug, to be honest. I got a 9.5 for casual wear. If I was going to do so, I might go up to a size 10, but this is actually fine. It will fit me just fine. Run faster for longer in our fastest shoe. The ultra lightweight unisex running shoe is designed to keep you in your natural motion path, allowing you to preserve your energy as you chase down your next PR. It's best for racing, speedy runs, road running, and soft cushioning. Ultralight cushioning, energy saving, fast transitions, reduces fatigue. And the specs say for cushion, speed, energize, or trail, it's really more for speed. It's also their fastest level of sneaker, and then obviously road surfaces for these. The support is neutral. It's not supportive, and it doesn't have max support, so that's one thing I did notice about the shoe. It's really just for running straight. It's not for going left or right or cutting at all, because you'd kind of juke yourself out of your shoe. An 8 mm midsole drop in a distance of half marathon to marathon is what they would recommend for these, and the size is about 7.6 ounces. So back to the ultralight cushioning, our updated nitrogen-infused DNA flash midsole balances an ultralight material with energy return and durability for long-lasting speed. DNA flashes are lightest, fastest cushioning and is built to last 200 to 400 miles. That's not too incredibly far. If you ask me, 200 to 400 miles, that's probably why they want you to just go with race days. The rapid roll technology, the curved sculpting of the heel, and the toe of the midsole combined with a carbon fiber plate is constructed to propel you forward with effortless speed. Some of the reviews say it's a very nice shoe for races, very light, very comfortable. A review from a guy named Austin says that it's one of the best running shoes they've tried. If you run on a treadmill a lot, just buy these. Don't ever think about it. Your legs and feet will thank you later. So one of the things that I definitely was curious about between these two sneakers is the DNA Loft V3 technology, which is featured on this Aurora BL sneaker. This is a really crazy pair of sneakers from Brooks. But I want to compare that to the DNA Flash on this pair right here, and they are definitely different technologies. They're nitrogen infused, I believe both of them are. However, this one has more of a cellular sort of look to it. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's really big and bulky, and it's just a fun overall technology that Brooks ended up creating. It is more on the cushion side though, not necessarily the responsive side, and that's where the DNA Flash comes into play, because it's softer, but it's definitely more responsive than what you have there. So if I had to compare both of these in New Balance terms, I would say that this would be Fresh Foam X. This would be Fuel Cell. So, I mean, that's just kind of my 2 cents. And when I tried them both on side by side, there's definitely a lot more squish in the heel of this shoe than there is in the BLs. But I think both technologies are really good. And I was really curious about this Flash to see how it was comparison to the V3 Loft over here. And I have to say, it is softer, squishier. Definitely something I can see integrated into lower tiered products, which is personally what I think that they need to do, because they have so many different versions of Brooks DNA technology. This one is by far the softest and squishiest one. Give me a sneaker with this technology in a wider platform, a little bit more for casual wear. Like, it would be a pretty fun sneaker to be able to wear because it's so soft and squishy. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to try these out. Only for that reason. I know it's a race day ready pair of sneakers, so it doesn't really fit my mold exactly for what I would use it for, but I do like the idea of the technology evolving to a position of actually having a comfort sneaker and into something that you could actually wear on vacation. As I said, this one's not the one because of the carbon fiber plate, and it's just, again, race day ready. But I feel like the technology would be super nice for somebody looking for a nice squishy vacation pair of sneakers if they put it in the right form. For the upper, it's a pretty breathable, minimal upper. As you can see, it has some like little lightning bolts and stuff or something. I don't know, some sort of a design that goes and from the yellow in the back and then it fades to white. It kind of looks cool, honestly. Then you have that fused Brooks logo on the side of the shoe, and then also some fused material on this side here. There's reinforcement for the toe box underneath the material, but not over top of it, which probably cuts down the weight a little bit more, which is useful when you're wearing these for race day. They do have some nice tread on the bottom as well in the front, and then a little bit on the back, not a lot back here. So I would imagine people running in these long distances for a long time, this section would probably wear pretty thin. But actually, for those people that are gazelles out there in racing world, you're pretty much just toe off anyway. You don't even touch your heel, supposedly. So you have a very thin tongue on this as well. It does shift left to right a little bit. You have to just kind of cinch it down there perfectly. And then there is a little bit of cushioning around the collar of the shoe. It's kind of like a little balloon almost all the way around. It feels kind of nice, actually, but a very minimal amount of cushioning in there. But they kind of put it in a nice little strategic way. Then you have the Brooks logo on the back as well. It says DNA Flash on this side, Hyperion Elite 2 on the outside of the shoe. And the overall shape of the shoe, I think, looks really cool. I think it's a really fast looking shoe, which is obviously the intent because people are going to be cruising in these things. But let me know what you guys think about the Hyperion Elite 2s. Have you worn these for racing? Leave a comment and let me know. I'm curious to see if they treated you well or not. From a casual perspective, it's not high on my list of things to try. However, the midsole technology is definitely something that I'm excited to see what they're bringing to the table, because as we saw with this one, the Loft V3, this one was really good too. So we've seen a couple other things on the market. I'm sure we're going to see more through the year, next year from Brooks, and it'll be interesting to see how the evolution goes of their technology. Every company has like pretty good technology for sneakers nowadays, and so I'm looking to repurpose some of those sneakers for a casual lifestyle, and hopefully they'll release something nice in that casual side. Maybe they already have something. I will research after this video and see, and if they do, I will link them in the description if you're looking to buy a pair. But basically, this is like a carbon fiber fuel cell sneaker from New Balance, and I want something more like the Rebel V2, which is that fuel cell non-carbon fiber daily runner for about 130 bucks. It's a great deal from New Balance. This would be something along that same vein, because the midsole technology is pretty nice. Anyway, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about these. Appreciate y'all for stopping by and watching. Thank you, Hibbett Sports, for sending them over. And hopefully you guys enjoy the video, even though it's not really intended for me, but technology-wise, something I'm always interested in seeing the evolution of, and hopefully you guys don't mind that. But have a good one. Hopefully we'll see you back for some more sneaker content soon, all right? Peace, guys.